Recording. Hello everyone, Wolf to you all. I have come up with a plan here. I'm hoping the music isn't too loud, because I've been fiddling with that more than I should. I think the music's too loud. I'm gonna turn it down more. Turn it down more. Okay, that seems better. Anyway, choice of robots. Now, this is a adventure game, and it's based on the old ways of choose your own path adventure games. The one that I think everyone's at least kind of knows about vaguely, or has seen it in the past at least, is those Goosebumps choose your own adventure books, where they gave you multiple choices. You go to the page you wanted to choose. You were in control, basically. Of course, you ended up dying more times than not, but that was part of the fun. That's where the RPG-ness comes from. Well, this kind of does that too. It's all written. It's all story. It's all written by this guy, Kevin Gold. He has a PhD. And it does show, because he's a very, very good wordsmith. He really puts the imagery in your head when you actually read what's going on in this world he has created. And it's based on our world, and he uses a lot of popular things that we would all know. Like, he uses iPods and stuff like that. And the reason I think this is cool is it really focuses on the RPG elements of it, in that it gives you a lot of options to say what you want. Sometimes they'll force you to say something you didn't mean to say, but that was actually quite rare, I find. I also feel it gives you some direction. I do a lot of I don't do it, but I used to do a lot of tabletopping, RPGs, and the DM or the ST or whatever you call it would always have to place some kind of reason for you following the story. Like, if you're following a module, that's easy, and this is what I feel this is kind of doing. It's giving you like right now it's giving you different modules to work with, but it's all the same campaign. This is a story, and I think it's pretty interesting what you can do. The RPG elements, you're thinking, oh well, this is just a storybook game, or just gonna get story. No, we actually have stats. It actually tells you how well you're doing in the actual game. So this is like a straight up RPG. This isn't just, a book report. So this game, Choice of Robots, by the way, is made by Choice Games, and they have all these other stories, and I bought a few of those too, so I'll probably look at them, because all these are just fascinating. But yeah, this one's focusing on basically the future or the near future of where we are today, with the next logical path in our lives, robots. And we all play, and everything is customized, and they give you pretty much as much free reign as you want to make who you are, but the only stipulation is you gotta be a scientist, a person making a robot, and you're very, very smart, and that's the only thing. You have to be basically, Captain Shepard. You're too good. Even though you have the customizable background in history, you're still the guy for some reason. And that's the case here, but it's pretty interesting what you can do. You can be male, female, doesn't matter. These stats will influence things in the game, and it is very... I don't know how picky it is, because there's some instances where I'm like, did I lose that because I didn't have enough money? I guess so. And I will be honest, the first time I played through this, I was not paying attention to the stats. I didn't even know this was a thing until the end of the game, when I was like, oh, this is a thing? and my humanity dropped. Like, you start with 90% of humanity, you are a human. And I'm thinking like table term wise, right? It's just like, wow, you're a pretty good person. Usually most people start off at, like, 70. They're good, but they're not that good. But maybe that's not in this case. Also, so yeah, scientist, cool guy. You could probably select what kind of person you want to be. You build a robot. That's the point of this. That's why it's called Choice of Robots. And you can there's multiple things you can do with your robots. That's the cool thing about this. I will just say now, my first game playing this, I invaded not Canada, Alaska. I lived in Canada because I got extradited because my government kind of went crazy. Oh, America, you and your McCarthyism. Anyway, yeah, so I took back Alaska from the Chinese, and it was very, very satisfying to do that. So I like doing that. I'm like, oh man, this game's like, people aren't gonna play this game because they're gonna be like, oh, this is just a book. I don't want to read books. Books are boring. But there's a lot to these kind of games that are very, very interesting. I've seen other people, like other Let's Players, play these games, and they are fun. Like, I think those were based on D&D or like Pathfinder or something like that. This just seems to be like a totally just, here's some basic things that you need in order to make choices in the game happen or not. And I will say I don't know everything. But that's why I want to play another one. And for this one, I'm not going for any specific goal. I'm just going to, well, I guess I could, but I'm not sure. I might. No, I think I'll try a different scenario. As you can see here, you have 4 different starter packs here, and this is your dream. This is basically your jumping off point. I do think it influences a majority of the game, which answer you pick here. Obviously, if you pick this one, I think you're gonna have fun. You're on a war-torn battlefield with a robotic Statue of Liberty. I mean, that just says everything to me, to be quite honest. Like, my first game I took in the court of the Egyptian god Anubis, answering for my sins, because I thought that was fucking great imagery. Like, thinking about that, it's like, that's awesome. Like, fucking Anubis, man. Doesn't get any better than that. And that story, like, amazingly enough, like, it all somehow, like, all entirely my choice, by the way. Like, I decided, you know what, I want this to be an actual story. I don't want this to be like, oh, I want to do whatever I want. And it wrapped up really, really well. Like, my dream kind of signified the end game, which I thought was really cool. But I bet you there's a chance if you don't want to do that, it probably is like, well, it's dreams, they don't mean shit, But yeah, there's no graphics. There's no music either. I'm using music I found online, and I will attribute them. I will put the links, and I will let you go enjoy their music. Because I thought, this will get boring really quickly if I don't have something in the background. And this game's pretty epic. And this, like, I tried to find really fitting music, and the music I found, I think, really fits the kind of attitude this game is pushing off. I will be reading a lot, and so if you can excuse any mistakes or any bad grammar or whatever the hell comes out of my mouth, that would be great. I don't think I'll do voices or anything like that, but you never know. I might get wily. There's some characters in this game. There's a lot of characters. So I might do voices just for my sanity, of not just reading like a robot. Get it? uh, choice of robots. I think that is a thorough explanation. Obviously, right now everything is nothing because we're in dream world. Oh, achievements. Gotta have your achievements. Okay, so for now, so I said I wasn't gonna do like a specific thing, but now I'm thinking, you know what? Last time I didn't really go for a set thing either because I was just trying to be me and what I think and my ideologies and my psychologies and my aspects of the planet Earth. You know, what do I think matters? What do I think life and death is? And it ended up I let my emotions get in front of me, and like people's like betrayal and humanity's ability to just be like horrible to each other. I let that provoke me, and I used that basically against them, and that's why I ended up with a more military-like robot in the end. Because in the beginning, I wasn't like that. I was trying to not kill people, because I think, right? I mean, this is trying to be more realistic in the way that, you know, how will future technology of robots affect us? And it will happen, because I mean, they're already like, there's so much reference to things I could probably just, you know, you could look up on Google right now. I mean, Google itself, Google's doing half the things this game like goes, yeah, we're capable of doing this. So it's scary, but at the same time, it's like, wow, it's not all like we tend to think it's either we're gonna be gods or we're gonna all die and it's gonna be the Matrix and it's horrible. And we don't really think, well, you know, everyone thought about that like in like the medieval times. Everyone thought flying was like the devil, you know, like or like the year 2000. It's like, no one's gonna survive that long. The world will explode. And this game kind of like shows that, you know, even though there might be horrible things that will happen, guaranteed, just based on like our history as a human race, the chances are we will get through it and it won't end up destroying us completely. Like, you could say the atom bomb was the closest we ever got, but at some point everyone went, okay, we're never gonna do that again, and everyone did it. And that's the thing that I think we have going good for us, is whenever we reach that cliff's edge, we do stop and we do go, wait a minute, I'm not a cartoon character. This actually will kill or destroy everything. Maybe we should rethink that. And even though I just got done with my philanthropic, that word? Anyway, my bullshit, I'm going all out war on this. Because I was just trying to explain to you, it's like, this isn't that. You know, it's not, oh, let's all shit on, you know, the idea of, and also, like, you know, it focuses on, so many stories do this, like, robots getting artificial intelligence, and are they better than humans? And if they are, what's the point of humans? And it kind of, like, sets that up where it's like, well, yeah, you could think that way, and you could go that way, but you could also, you know, implant things into it so you don't have to worry about things like that. But, you know, anyway, enough talking. I'm gonna be talking enough reading this damn thing. But I'm kind of excited, because who knows? So we're gonna be on a war-torn battlefield with a robotic Statue of Liberty. That's where we are right now. So click the next button. So you stand in a blasted wasteland next to the Statue of Liberty. Only she's a robot with a glowing red eye on the right side of her face. Terminator, baby. In places, her green patina has been blasted away to reveal the dull luster of copper underneath. She crouches before you, and her cackling torch casts shadows across her metal face and spiked crown as she looms closer. Far away, the sounds of bombs and gunfire echo from the mountains. You smell burning oil. Oh my god, she's talking to us. I made you what you are. Her voice hollow, loud, and abrasive. Now defend me. Oh, America. Your symbolism is amazing. From far off, you can hear the howls of robotic wolves and thundering feet of other robotic colossi. So we've gotten into giant robot territory. Already, I think we're doing well. It's the first choice, and already things have gone well. And this is where our decisions start to shape what the game's gonna kind of be like, or at the very least, what we're gonna be like. Because right now we're all flat, but we will start shaping who we are just by our responses. Like here's an example. So we have multiple choices for this scene. And it's, don't worry, my robots will defend you, meaning I accept what she says. Basically going, yeah, you did make me, i.e. the American government probably influenced me and I built weapons of mass destruction and it's good. We're all good. That's exactly what's happening is happening. And then you are mistaken, my robots are kind, they will not fight. And that's you going, no, this isn't what's gonna happen. And you are mistaken, I have hated you all my life, I will destroy you. So now you got the opposite, where it's like, no, you're not for America, you're against America. Fuck America. You're probably working for the Chinese, or you're a terrorist. Which, I'm telling you, there's so many opportunities in this game. My robots obey no one. I gave them free will to decide as they please. And yeah, I mean, there's so many options for this too, where it's like you don't even think about who you work for, or it's not about that. It's about making the robots the next step. And there's even some cases where it's like, screw humans. Humans suck. Let's build better. Like, let's literally be God and just replace us with robots. And they'll do the next 1,000 years. You got that option too. So, and then of course, depending on your philosophy and your beliefs, you can mold this however you see fit. That's why I like this. That's why, like, when I first played, I didn't think it would be this detailed. Well, let's see. In this case, what do I want? Do I want to fight for America? I am American. I do understand that my government is not the best, but what government is? I've said I was gonna go fight, so it feels like I should just go, okay, America statue. Okay, Statue of Liberty. Let's go kick some ass. I mean, that sounds the most awesome, right? Everything else gives you lots of drama, which I love. I love shit like this, where it's like, screw you, I'm my own person. Take that philosophy. It's like, but for the case of showing off, let's defend America. For science. Let's see what happens. Okay. As you say this, you realize it is true. Behind you is an army of flying drones, automated tanks, and metal men. This is the war for which you have always prepared. And we just gained a crap ton of military. Where's that? Do they even have a military, is that what this is next? No. Okay. There's no military meter. Oh! It went into the robot. Interesting. Okay, so anything that has... So any skill... This is your robot. So we're gonna wake up and we're gonna be like, we need to build, like, super robot. Alright. So we got a crap ton of military already just for, saying, yeah, America. Fuck yeah. Good. But you yourself are still weak flesh. You must become a robot if we are to survive. Wow, Statue of Liberty. You ask a lot already. It's like... And our responses are, I like robots, but it's a bit much. No. Okay, sure. Or how about if I just have a gun for an arm or something? What if... What a lukewarm response to like the Statue of Liberty basically going, you must become a robot. It's like, can I just get like an arm cannon? I mean, I don't need to be a robot. That's a little crazy. You know, in this case, I think this is fucking awesome. So yeah, we'll totally be a robot with the Statue of Liberty, and we will kick ass. Teen robots remake you from head to toe until you are built of flawless chrome. You are now a perfect tool of destruction. Oh boy. As planned, our military stats are already through the roof. How good are we? We're in beta. That's good. I guess after 10 is when it actually starts mattering. Moreover, as a robot yourself, you understand robots perfectly now. You feel that any robot you could have made before is inferior to the robots you can create now. I guess that is the logic of a plain robot, if you don't put humanity into it. But when the hordes of robots swarms over the mountains to attack, you wonder if you have sacrificed too much. What are you fighting for? Good question. I don't know. And that's it. We're already at the end of chapter 1. Some things are in our control and others not. All right. That is a Latin word. Latin, you are my downfall. But I'm assuming this is where the term epic came from. So already we've started in a good start. Started in a good spot. And yeah, I think I'll end this here. I think I'll end it every chapter. That way I can see if the sound is good. And if it's not, I'll just redo it. And well, maybe. I don't know. We'll see, won't we? Until the next one, I'll see you later, Gators.